Hello and welcome to a very squeaky Friday edition of That Peter Crouch podcast with me, Steve Sidwell, Steve Shitwell,
Steve Squeakwell,
Steve Squeakwell, and Squeaky Stark.
Oh mate, I'm so I could actually vomit. I just had a thought to myself. We've actually cracked on. Normally there's a bit of silence whilst we figure out our scores. We've sat here, written our score predictions for the 3 games that you're about to hear for this weekend, and my feeling inside is I just want to throw up to kind of just purge myself of the burden that comes with these 3 matches.
Well, no one's ever in the history of this podcast folded their pieces of paper so no one can see their scores, and today it's happened for the first time. So this is the business end. It's squeaky.
You're out the running.
He is.
Come on. You're 5 clear. We're not going to get 2 correct results.
It's 25, me, Chris 20, Sid's 20.
Yeah.
This makes it whoever gets if you got a correct result,
I think with these fixtures coming up, there is a correct result doable on these 3.
Well.
But if we're assuming, let's just take Crouchy's situation, just to focus in on that, on 25 points. Even if you play safe and you assume that the 3 games that you're about to hear, on paper you should be able to pick the winner on them. If you then get to 28 points from that, you're right, Sids, that's fairly unattainable stuff.
Yeah, but I could potentially get none right. Or 1 right.
Well, you could,
but that would 2 correct scores.
But that means us going almost a very different way to you. So I think Sid's is right. It's potentially doable. You're not totally safe, but the real battle is the Stark Sidwell.
Yeah,
I mean this is the £800 million game.
This is huge
because it's this is you languishing, relegated.
I just want to know one question. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
If the scores was 25 for Crouchy, 21 for you, and 20 for me, if you was 1 point in front, would you just copy my scores? Would you be a shithouse and just...
No, because what we've done today is we've made real sure that we write our scores down before.
But would you... Yeah, but...
Guys on the podcast have been checking that there's no sort of... Normally I see one of you boys having a little look over. There's none of that today.
Well, we've got David Ellery behind the scenes today who has come
David
over.
Ellery!
And he will officiate all the scores. But what we realised was, I said, I'm going to shithouse you all, and I'm just going to copy your scores. If I copy one of your scores, I'm out of it.
But you can't, because our paper's folded today.
But obviously, David Ellery is behind the camera and he said that that's not allowed. So we've written them all down.
Yeah, we've written
can't
them all
change
down.
them now.
Yeah. Just to recap on the scores from last week. Brentford obviously beat Bournemouth 2-1. Spurs beat Burnley 2-1. And Arsenal beat Man United 1-0. So,
so the one that done you was obviously Joe Cole.
Joe Cole fucked me.
He fucked you.
Yeah, he done me. And we knew that. But how could I not go? Because imagine if it would have been a 2-2. It was a Desmond Dudu in the end.
It certainly was. Yeah, but I had someone message me on social media who said, "Look, Joe Cole's scoring crackers. He's not interested in Sid's score because he was playing
what a goal that was
for his Sunday league team, and he scored an absolute belter.
Chest
and volley.
That little volley.
It was a charity game, wasn't it? I think it was against the SE Dons.
Oh, okay.
And whoever hasn't seen it, it's the ball's on with the right back, and he plays a big diagonal over, and Joe Coles just pushes one of the players off, chests it down, and volleys it over the goalkeeper in one motion, and turns around nonchalantly.
Brilliant goal.
Sort of looks like it's phenomenal, kind of a looping volley, isn't it? Looks like the sort of almost the toes, the top right on the top of the foot.
We call it the paintbrush.
The paintbrush, that's lovely.
It's a chest and a paintbrush.
I want to hear Susie Dent giving a full explainer on that one, please.
All right. Well, and it was a good weekend. We were at Fulham. I saw Sid's there. I don't know if you noticed.
You're on TNT.
Yeah.
There's a few things to discuss here. You did a massive passing of the pod, but also your placement on there.
My position. Did you notice it?
Yeah, so talk us through what happened there.
Well, Leo, who's a shout out to Leo, obviously the floor manager, and he basically said, I've got you in the middle today. I was like, thanks a lot. I think he's been getting some heat from various people that have been pointing out to him that you've got to change my position.
Yeah,
love that.
And he did.
How did it feel for you?
It felt great. It felt really great, yeah. I looked slightly smaller than usual, rather than being close to the camera.
Is it a Chesney Hawks? Is it here to stay, or is it a one-hit wonder?
Let's see, eh?
Oh,
Well, proportionally, you look way better in HD, I thought.
Yeah.
And because he's obviously listening. Because do you remember last time you were telling us about how he couldn't move you around? He was telling you because that would mean him having to change the microphones around for you all. He has to put a fader up. And if you move, and as I pointed out, it's like, tell him to do that.
Yeah.
And he has.
It seems that he has, yeah.
So, well done, Leo.
Yeah, well done. Cheers, Leo. And the other thing was, from our position was obviously right by the tunnel. I saw Steve Sidwell and his boys at the match, and they were in the crowd.
Yeah.
Just going as a regular punter. Enjoy the game.
As soon as I come up, I didn't know where we were sitting. I didn't know where the players' comps were. So when I come up, I was like, oh, this is where I got a chance to see the big man. So when we originally come up, you was in the middle of the pitch doing the bits with Jolien, and then you come back over and, it was good to see you.
Yeah, it was good to see you. Yeah, enjoyed the game. It was a good game. Obviously, it would have been nice if Fulham had got a result and made it proper squeaky bum.
It was a bit.
Or there was a lot of heat from Arsenal fans saying that they won't take it seriously because they were flying kites at training.
Well, I interviewed Marco Silva the day that they done that when they was coming under stick as well.
I saw the interview. You were in a restaurant, weren't you?
Yeah. Did you? You passed the pod.
I did pass the pod. Well, that very interview.
You did. We should say well done on that as well.
I couldn't see it. I was outside the ground. Obviously, you put on the WhatsApp group, didn't he? Boys, you have to watch this in a couple of minutes when we go on air.
Got it in. Puddings is massive. But yeah, that was a good interview. So what were you?
The kites. It's not gone down well, was it? It doesn't look good.
Why were they doing the kites? This was ahead of playing Man City. Obviously, Arsenal fans are hammering them because it suggests that you're not really taking that game.
Yeah, but
seriously.
I sort of think the other way as well. Like they're hanging around a training ground. It shows a good team spirit that they're willing to. Some teams with bad dressing rooms. Players just get off after training. At least they're enjoying each other's company.
Was it training though? Can you classify it as training or?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Would have been after training, wouldn't it? They would have trained hard and then they'd just done a bit of downtime.
Yeah, and you must have some alternative training that you do occasionally, right?
Plenty of things, you know what I mean? I remember going to a water park with Tony Pughes.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're just this is what I mean with footballers. You're sort of making out anything could be team bonding. It's just
that's what I mean. It's
like just pissing about, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's also why you can't be on all the time, can you? You know what I mean? Like you can't be seen to be you can't have to go at home and take the kids to the park. Like if I take the kids to the park before a massive game on Saturday and someone films me, his head's not in it.
No, but if all of the first 11 were in a kids' park in their tracksuits and everything during training hours, I'd probably go, shouldn't you be at training? See what I mean?
Yeah, but they would have trained beforehand. And then
it looks like their training is flying kites. That's how it looks.
All right, yeah, listen, Arsenal fans, and the way the game panned out, perhaps they were training flying kites.
Well,
when's the last time you flew a kite?
Long time. I haven't taken my kids to fly kites, have you?
They were doing a couple of years ago. No, mine are too big now. They wouldn't want to fly kites.
I don't think I haven't flown a kite.
It's one of those things you don't think about, is it? But it would be fun.
But like sledging, for instance, I think is an important part of a kid's growing up. But kites seem to have gone out of fashion. Bring the kite back.
Bring the dirt back.
Bring the dirt back. I'm bringing Dirky back.
Before we get into the depth of the 3 matches ahead, right? I've got, a couple of podcasts ago, I introduced you to the Urban Tandoor.
Ah, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's made me aware of another Urban Tandoor song.
So these are the same guys?
Yeah. I'll let you choose which one you want. Would you like Urban Tandoor? So this is a curry house in Bristol, and their version of Barbie Girl, called Bargy Girl.
Of course.
Grease Lightning, except you're the naan that I want. Or this one.
Yeah, this one. Play it.
Have some naan and some rice.
Is this the one you want?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
It's Dirty Dancing today, everyone. Here we go.
With my potion of Vindaloo, yes, I swear it's the truth. and I really need a...
Whoa.
I've been hungry for so long, now we'll finally get to try the budgies. And we taste each other's nine, and we seem to understand our hype. Urban Tandoor, I'll have some naan and some rice. Oh, I've never ate this good before.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're all dressed up as the characters there.
That's incredible.
they do such a good job. I feel like we're cheating by not talking about the Samrat and talking about Urban
I do
Tandoor,
feel
but
that,
you know,
Maybe the Samrat needs to up their game.
Well,
Mind you,
that's
don't
what
give
I
a
think.
fuck, does he?
he
He
won't
doesn't
want for
even
that.
He's not even bothered about likes, is he? You know?
He really isn't. Yeah.
Talking of likes, just quickly, Noel Gallagher at Man City.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Right.
How good was that? Just so it's the Poznan, isn't it? So where they all
Yeah.
Man City fans all get up, turn around, jump up and down, and he was the only one that was just facing forward.
I don't know what you prefer there. Like, would you prefer him to do it or not do it? I quite like the fact he doesn't do it.
I
Yeah.
love the fact he
Oh,
doesn't do it. It's
yeah.
an amazing image of him. I think it was Dan Walker who wrote above the video of it. I saw him write, Noel Gallagher looks forward in anger. It was something like
Looks
that.
forward in anger.
Oh,
That's
it's
nice.
very well
good.
done.
Very good. All right, squeaky bum time.
Oh,
Let's get
God.
into it.
Oh, God.
This next part of the podcast is supported by Paddy Power, and it's their big weekend fixture. Huge game. This is Manchester City versus West Ham. Paddy Power have decided is the game of the day. And this is the game of the day because do Man City win the title here? Manchester City are 1-12 to win, which basically you get no pounds back. If you get 10 for a tenner, you get 10.83 pounds back. West Ham are 25 to 1.
Wow.
Well, oh, that tells the story, doesn't it? I mean, it's all on the last day. If for a neutral, this is great, isn't it? It's great.
25 to 1 though, it's good value.
Really?
Oh,
For any football
For a
match.
quid.
It feels like any football match. It
I'm
feels
not
teams.
sure about that. You're talking, yeah. I understand what you're saying. It's two teams, but this is the game that Man City could win the league in.
Yeah, but
And
there's so
it's-
many conflicting emotions around
Moyes' last
ruining
game.
it for someone, and yeah, exactly. There's so many other things at play.
It'd be
It's
the result of all results if they pull it off.
It's at the Etihad, isn't it? This game.
I heard Moyes' comments. They didn't look wasn't look too promising.
Okay, look, let's be real. I think we're all going for a City win here, aren't we?
Well, yeah.
But here's the problem: if one of us gets a correct score, and this is what terrifies me.
Can you see both teams scoring? Because yes is 4-5, 10 against you 18, and no is 10 to 11. So you could go either way with that. Like if you see, I mean, both teams to score.
Well, I can see both teams to score. You look at Bowen, Antonio. Them players can score a goal out of nothing. I mean, they beat Fulham 4-0, didn't they? Didn't even get out of sort of second or third gear, did they? Fulham didn't really like scoring, but with this one, you still feel like this West Ham team, they've just got something there that they can nick a goal.
Previous result, West Ham were leading at half time, 1-0, and it ended up 3-1. So both teams scored, and West Ham having a little bit of a scare.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be party carnival vibes there, isn't it? They feel like they're going to do it.
Okay.
Who
Who wants to
kick off first?
All right. Well, it's like naked attraction on our paper, isn't it? We just slowly reveal the scores one at a time. I've gone for Man City 3, West Ham 1.
So you do see West Ham scoring.
I just see that one goal. Just
Do
to,
you?
you know, when they're... Because Sunday's going to be awesome, isn't it? We're going to be flicking between the grounds, and I just see that one, maybe even first goal.
It's so similar to last
Yeah,
Wolves
I
and
can
Gareth.
sort of see that.
What do you think, Sid?
Well, I've got 3-0 down. But I could see... No, I'm going to say 3-0.
So
I was going to say 4-1 then, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say I don't...
I also have 3-0 to Manchester City.
Yeah.
I quite like this because if West Ham do score,
Yeah.
we are fucked. And you will be so happy. And then
I just need one goal from West
I think
Ham.
you're just a West Ham fan because I feel like everyone expects Manchester City to win. So if West Ham score at any point,
Yeah.
you know you're in with more of a shout.
It's going to sound horrible this to West Ham fans, but I'm sort of seeing this game as I really am supporting West Ham in the sense just to get one goal
Until they
on
score.
the assumption that City are going to score goals
Yeah, I
during
like
this.
that.
And if
I
they
like
don't, the thing is, right, if West Ham... In fact, I'm just going to support West Ham because even if they do it, neither of you get any points.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm fine either way.
Okay, odds are correct at the time of recording. Please gamble responsibly. Shall we move on to Liverpool Wolves?
Yeah.
These are good games, aren't they?
Good games,
These are
yeah,
really good
good
games.
games.
So, Liverpool Wolves, Klopp's final game.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, will be an emotional game, won't it?
But it just feels like that story has gone quite wrong for large parts this season.
Doesn't it?
It would be... I don't know.
You don't think this can go wrong, do you?
I don't know, mate.
Wolves, they're 13th in the Premier League. 37 games. Wolves have 13 wins, 17 losses. Leaves with 46 points, 2 points from Brighton in 10th. Not a bad season, but not... I mean, they're consolidated. They're totally fine. I think they've got players back. Wang's a big one. Cunha. Do you feel they can get a result, Chris?
I don't, sadly. I have gone for Liverpool.
Okay.
Is there enough for Wolves to want to spoil the party? Are they that kind of team anyway? I don't know. Maybe it's a wrong character assessment for it. I just think this game is too big for Liverpool. It's for Klopp alone.
Well, there will be an atmosphere. I can see German flags and people drinking Erdinger. I can see people dressed up as Jurgen Klopp. You can see it being a really kind of emotional day, especially for him, his family, him on the pitch at the end, and I see Liverpool winning.
They're not on a great run, Wolves either.
No.
Okay, scores then.
1 win, I think, in the last 5.
1-1 there.
No, I've not gone 1-1, Crouchy. Sids, do you want to go first?
I've gone for a 2-0.
2-0 Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah. That's what
I've gone Liverpool 2,
So
Wolves
intense.
1.
So you're half a Wolves fan
wow.
as well.
Yeah.
You feel like Wolves could score.
See, do you know what? I actually like what you're doing here because you're actually getting a bit of value. I feel like you're getting more value for money.
Yeah, but I'm asking for more from the football match. Do you know what I mean? It's the last game of the season. You'd like to think that actually probably going your way, they score a couple of goals and then...
Yeah, but Liverpool's defence have been shaky.
And also, no one wants to go out without, something to cheer. And I feel like, Liverpool being 3 up, coasting, Wolves could nick one.
But we're both going for Liverpool wins.
You've gone for 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1,
And you've gone
2-0.
for 2-0 Sids.
I've gone for 2-0.
All right, I've gone for 3-1.
3-1, okay.
That's all different then.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, the WhatsApp group's going to be lively. That's how it is, isn't it?
God. Okay.
I can't say how many times I've had the correct score and it's 90th minute, 91st minute, 92nd minute.
Yeah.
Of all of us.
You're going to sneak in and get that. Do you know on this last day of the season, is it traditionally less goals for the games that matter? I know some of the games just go silly season. End of the season, it's just like, do you know what I mean? 1 eye on holiday, or do you find that the nervousness around for these games that are title deciding, which way does it normally go? I'm not sure.
Yeah, recent history does suggest that there are a few more goals than usual on the last day.
Okay, all right.
The highest scoring game on the final day in the last 10 years was an epic 5-5 draw between West Brom
Well, Man U.
and Manchester United.
I remember
Alex
that.
Ferguson's last game in charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
5-5. So on that basis, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's final game could be 5-5.
So we're not considering a draw for that? None of us? You don't fancy jazzing it up a little bit for the end?
I'm okay.
No?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right with 3-1, thanks.
Full missionary this has been so far.
This has been relentless. Are you sweating or is it?
I'm sweating, yeah.
It's
and I'm
horrible.
top. Okay, let's move on. Everton.
This is
Can Arsenal do it?
This is the killer.
Is this the killer? Is it for you?
I think
Big win at Old Trafford means Arsenal looking strong. Everton are safe from relegation, but are they? It'd be Sean Dyche shithousery if they managed to.
I think he's going to do it.
Do you really
I
think
actually
so?
do. This is. Can I tell you? This is the dilemma in my head right now. Is honestly, I think Everton are going to get a draw off this, but I think it's statistically for what we're doing here. If this was any other week, if there was nothing on this, I'd say Everton. I just think they've done so well considering the point deduction.
Yeah.
I think they can shithouse them.
And
on
you
the
know
old-
what Dyche is like.
Oh, yeah, I
like,
think, yeah,
what
the
will he
Dyche
be
factor.
like in that dressing room for this game?
Yeah, let's shithouse them. Let's have an impact. Let's have an impact on the title race. I was saying this the other day. Like, if you're Everton, for instance, right? You know, this isn't. Hasn't been a hugely memorable season. You know, it's been memorable in the fact that they've had their points docked and they've managed to stay up because of, which has been good, been fantastic for them. But you know, they can have a say on the history here, can't they? You know what I mean? And like, they'll replay this. It'll be like this. That was the game that they lost it.
This is what I mean. It's just such a final day, and the problem is I'm not willing to back this because my head is saying, how can you go against an Arsenal with the performances that they've had? I mean, already they've had enough points this season, really, ordinarily to win it, right?
There's loads of stats in here that could throw you either way. So the last 5 games in this fixture have seen 3 wins for Arsenal and 2 for Everton. The Toffees have been weak in front of the goal this season, scoring just 39 goals in 37 games. But they've been much better defensively. They've conceded 49 goals. They've kept 13 clean sheets.
And they're so dangerous from set pieces, aren't they? It feels like.
But Arsenal are at home. They're going for the title. Defensively, they look very good.
They've been brilliant.
They can score.
They've been absolutely brilliant.
And they can score a lot of goals. Obviously, they have. But this game... Also, right, explain the psychology of this. So let's say they're on this final day, right? And you need that win. What... Is that such an overwhelming pressure?
What happens if City are losing? You know, like imagine City are losing.
And you hear the crowd. It starts with the crowd, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or does it come from the bench? Does the manager tell you on these sort of things? Or?
No, you can hear it from the crowd.
Yeah. Hear the crowd, wouldn't you?
How does that work? And then do you sort of catch the eye of other players around you and do you talk about
I'll
it?
be honest, unfortunately, I've been in the relegation part of that, where you're like, so-and-so are winning or so-and-so are losing, and you're like, it's not nice, horrendous.
Yeah.
You can hear murmurs and rumours and why are you still playing?
On Match of the Day, when they do that brilliant recap, it's a work of art.
Of how the day pans
out. And they cut to the guy, and it's always a really old school radio with like
always.
wired.
The people are listening. The best one's Phil Jones and Alex Ferguson.
Oh.
So they were at Sunderland, aren't they?
Sunderland away, yeah.
And
When
Aguero moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
That's
Could
when
be
they're
another
just
one.
on the pitch.
Could
You
be
just have
another
to call them all off.
Well, they think that they've won it, don't they?
Yeah.
They haven't.
Can you see that with... there's just something about Arsenal, right, where I can just see this going wrong on the lot. Like, I don't... Why am I thinking that?
What, have you got the balls to do this?
It's such a massive call, but it's not to my advantage because I'm instantly giving Sids, who I assume is going to back Arsenal here, an advantage by trying to go for the...
You're not willing to do that. Are you...
Such a bad way to view it, though, because that's not the game, is it?
Well, what were scores going to go for?
Scores, please, gentlemen. I'm not... Do you want me to say mine first?
Yeah, I think you're pretty...
The thing is, you've written it down,
I've
right?
written the score
written
down.
mine down as well.
So we can't change them.
Well, I've gone Arsenal 2-0.
So against all of what you've just said.
But I'm sure if I said I wanted to back Everton, you'd let me change that. I'm
Yeah.
sure both of you would, because it beats your advantage.
Well, yeah,
You only change it if you feel like that's going to happen.
And this is the problem. What have you got?
I've actually got half of 2-0.
Wow, after all that.
This is
You'd have balls to steal if you went Everton. I don't think... I'm not advising it. I'm just saying...
No.
It's a big call.
But also, would you say an Everton win is too much in this situation? Because a draw's
Yeah.
enough to just kind of...
Yeah, I don't see Everton winning this.
That's the thing. So you're going on a 2-2, aren't you?
I've got Arsenal 3-0, if you're interested.
I feel sick.
Do you want
Basically, at the moment, you've got one goal either way in the fixtures. And now you'd have the same score at the moment.
Well, we've got exactly the same score at the moment.
So
So
you'd have to get a correct score to win it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's...
I'll change.
Oh, no.
What we could do here is,
If you want me to
if you
change,
go
I'll
with those
change.
scores, what we could do is we'll have a playoff at something completely different, darts or something like that, right? And we'll have
Imagine
someone
what
down.
a final day that would be if Everton score. Like,
Oh my god! But I'm just saying, if it finishes,
can you imagine that would be like me winning? I'd be so buzzing. Like, that would be such... And equally now what's in my head is if Everton do get a draw, I'll think to myself, why didn't you ever back yourself? This is like when there's so many instances in my life where I go, you're like jumping out of a plane or something like that. I wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? I go, you're too scared to do it. You've got sometimes just got to do it, haven't you?
Caution to
Obviously
the wind.
with a parachute.
Would you have Everton and the draw and over and me having Arsenal?
Oh, that's a big shout. Are you willing to give it?
No, I'm just asking if you would have
willing to give him
that.
that?
Would you have?
What? Would you take Everton and the draw as your?
What do you mean Everton and the draw?
So he'd have
Well-
Arsenal to win, and you have Everton and the draw.
So you got Everton to win, or it'd be a draw. So you've got like a 95%
Oh my
chance of
God.
winning there.
Are you offering that?
Is that,
Oh,
is that an
listen,
offer?
I am that person that I would offer that.
You know,
It's up to
Paddy
you.
Power are gonna fuck you, and I'm not saying you because it's me as well. I'm in this, but at the moment I'm in quite a comfortable position. But they are gonna have your pants down.
I don't think the last day of the season will be as missionary as City
It never
score, Arsenal win, and it's kind of like, wasn't quite enough this season.
Look.
I think there's going to be a moment.
Okay, well, I'll give you Arsenal the draw. Put it this way, you're starting already before a ball's kicked in the lead at 0-0.
That's really
Your result
good.
is in.
So
It's,
just-
it's
so I-
yours.
I don't know
It's
how it
yours to
stands
lose.
now.
It's yours to
As it
lose.
stands
This
now, you're
podcast
winning.
is going to be a long one today, guys. I'm not sure I'm willing to commit to anything. So what can I do here to help reason this? Now, look, if I was betting...
Do you want to take 5 minutes off here?
Do you know on Dragon's Den where they go to the corner?
Yeah, go
for
to
5
the-
minutes?
go
Can
to-
I?
go
Do you
to
want
the
to talk
corner.
about something for 5 minutes and just let me go to the corner?
Come on, that's it. Do you want to go in this corner so we can see you? Just for the people that are audio only at the moment, Chris has gone into the corner. He's, what I think conferring with himself.
What would you do?
What would I do there?
If with the...
I don't want to influence him because I know he can hear us at the moment. But I do know what I would do. Do you know what you would do in this situation?
Well, I'm up for him
Yeah.
having a chance.
I don't know. I mean, listen, he's,
You're clear. I know you're fighting. I know you're saying 2 wins, 2 correct scores gets it, but it's been done once all season.
I know. It's a tough one, but I know what he's saying there with regards to something. There's always twists and turns on this day, and it doesn't go with plain sailing.
Yeah.
And we've predicted plain sailing all year, and it's never been that way.
And do you know what else is good? They all kick off at the same time.
No, it's
Because normally it's been a Saturday morning and then, or the Saturday 12:30, and it's dragged out to Sunday. Whereas this is 90 minutes. It's done. We'll know. He's
Chris?
texting.
He's texting someone. Hold on a minute. Hold on. For introduction. Who are you texting?
Just trying to think of a couple of people just to get...
Some advice
All right.
on this.
all right, here's where I'm
It's
at.
not Daesh, is it?
I wish.
Can you do this, Daeshi?
So a draw or a win to Everton.
Yeah, I'm giving you the
And
draw,
that's
and
your
I'm giving you the
point.
draw and the win.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Marvin, I'm just gonna have to hurry you. It's, you know.
I'm going to back Everton.
Oh my fucking god, he's done it. Hi, Peter Crouch of that Peter Crouch podcast. We called to arms last time. We asked you to subscribe. Plenty of you did subscribe, but of course we need more. We'd love you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy our content. If you enjoy the podcast, Really does help. Yeah, there was a slight break there because the laptop died because we're still deliberating. And it's been going on for fucking ages. But then we reconvened. 15 minutes we had off air, still talking about it. I don't think
we went on so long, no one realised we weren't recording anymore.
But like, where are you now with it? Are you good?
Well, I don't know where we've stopped. So, have we given our scores yet?
Yeah. We've given our scores. But what we are doing now. Sid has given you Everton and the draw. He's going to take Arsenal.
Are they aware of this yet? Have they heard this bet?
And I'm going to take Arsenal.
Okay, so
right.
what?
For 1 point. This is for 1 point.
Yeah, this is what we've agreed. We've said
1 point.
So there's no correct score on this. It's 1 point for whoever gets this right. You two back Arsenal.
You've gone Everton. And
I'm
draw.
back in Everton, but I get a win or a draw from Everton gets me that point.
Yeah.
But also, a correct score on the other two games still earns you 3 points. So
Yeah.
they're the most important games. If you get one correct score, I think you stay up.
Yeah.
You stay up.
Take a bluey.
Mate, jubilant situations there.
If Dyche does it, and that is the point, that is the difference. That is the most dramatic
You owe him a massive
last day of a football season of all time.
Next week we'll get him. We'll get him on a podcast. I'll give him. I'll give him a
We
bell.
would have to.
I'll give him a call, and you can tell him how you feel.
All right, so I am gonna back Everton. I think it's last day. There can't be a script that is something's gonna happen here, and I don't feel it from the City game. I don't know. I'm sort of seeing into the future, and I'm seeing Arteta with his arm round players in tears. Not Arteta. He's just sort of leading them off, you know.
That's what you see. All right. Well, listen. Get involved, guys. You know the scores. Cheer either Chris or Sid's on. We'll see how it all unfolds. Obviously, most people will be watching. See who wins the title. See who gets relegated. See who gets into Europe. But we'll be looking at scores of these 3 games and wondering who's doing the Paddy Power forfeit. Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck, everyone.
Come on, you Gunners.
Okay, let's do a couple of shirts, shall we?
Yes.
Got one here sent in from Charlie. This is Shevchenko from the Bolton Barnsley game. Shevchenko's come on, obviously greeting one of the players. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm getting tagged in this a lot, obviously, for being a barbecue connoisseur. And now I really want this shirt, so I'm tempted to get a Shevchenko shirt. I think the caption that I saw most on social media was about, your Dar wears a Shevchenko 10 shirt.
Yeah.
Went out on the grill, that sort of thing.
Actually,
I really want one.
Yeah.
The thing is, it looks like a chef. The shirt's white. Shevchenko in red on the back, number 10. He looks like he's just come from the kitchen, isn't he?
Straight in the kitchen. Looks like Chef's Whites.
Yeah, great shirt.
Big fan.
Yeah, great shirt.
Big fan.
All right, another one here. Spurs shirt spotted at the Burnley game. Daddy 35.
Yeah, I guess the question here is that daddy as in father, or is he just some massive sort of love guru? Do you know what I mean? So, call me daddy sort of thing. Thoughts?
What do you think? I don't know. You tell me.
I reckon someone who doesn't understand football has provided him with that. It's a mother-in-law's gift that he has to wear, and it's like, oh, you've become a dad for the first time at 35. I've got you this shirt because I know you like football.
Yeah.
And
making him wear it.
I'm gonna have to wear it to the game.
Oh.
And I reckon that potentially could be his wife's dad, who's also a Tottenham fan, and he can't ditch it.
Can't
because
get
he's with
out.
Dad.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he's thinking,
That's great. If he's with the father-in-law, though, it is, who's the daddy sort of thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Maybe it's a bit of shithousery from daddy there to the father-in-law to show him who's boss.
I'm the daddy.
I'm the daddy in this.
Underlining shithousery.
I mean, if just very quickly, your views on this. If you are the father-in-law there, assuming it's the father-in-law, and your son-in-law wears a shirt saying daddy, how are you interpreting that?
I'd just be like, he's having a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a shirt at Fulham, Man City, and I took a photo of it.
Okay.
So I saw it live, but I couldn't quite catch him. He was just going up to the Fulham end, but he had, I saw it, it was T-Bone 69.
T-Bone 69.
I saw him, and I think it was T. I couldn't work it out. It was definitely Bone,
Yeah.
and it said there was a hyphen in it, like a little dash.
Oh, well, hopefully someone listening knows who that is. Must be a barbecue fan.
T-Bone in the new Fulham stand.
Why 69?
69 as well. God knows.
Meal for two, isn't it? Lovely
meal for
T-bone
two.
steak.
T-boner.
T-bone 69. Yeah.
And perhaps he works in the.
Well, T-bone, get in
industry.
touch because you've been spotted by Peter Crouch at the game, and so let us know how you got your nickname.
Yeah.
Someone listening will know who that is.
Agree.
Yeah, we might not be able to play it out, but we might. Susie Dent's got a message.
Hello. Well, this week I thought I would tackle the reason why footballers call their manager the gaffer. So here goes. I think most people realise that gaffer isn't just restricted to football, because if you sit all the way through the movie credits, for example, at the end of a film, you are likely to see gaffer there as well for the movie or TV lighting technician, and especially the main one, the boss. So when it has to do with lighting, you will find the gaffer being involved. But gaffer is much, much older than this industry, as well as older than football, because we have to take it right back to the 16th century, when gaffer was used as a title of respect for an older man, and then simply came later to refer to an old man. And that's because it's a slight mangling of the word godfather, believe it or not. And there was a female equivalent, so gaffer was for the man and gamma was for a title of respect for an old woman. So that is how gaffer originated as the godfather, which I quite like, the godfather of a team. It's also incidentally why, if you take it back to that movie industry, is why we talk about gaffer tape, which looks a little bit like duct tape, doesn't it? So that is where it comes from. And you can make all sorts of jokes about the Corleones and football teams, should you wish. But gaffer, yeah, a shortening of godfather.
Well, really interesting.
Didn't
I
know
never
that.
knew that.
Isn't that amazing?
The Godfather.
I saw Douglas Luiz actually recently, and he did an interview about Unai Emery, and he called him Gaffer. I really enjoyed it. You know, when kind of the foreign players come over
say,
and they say like Gaffer and that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Yeah, really interesting.
And godmother being gamma. I've never heard anyone do that before. Right, gamma? Maybe use it on your mother tonight.
See how that goes down.
Yeah, just test it out. Just see if she nibbles and then go, it's a respectful term. Same as gaffer.
Interesting.
I remember when Pascal Gross signed for Brighton, and Chris Hughton pulled him into the office, and he said, you call me Gaffer. And obviously Pascal was German. He said, Gaffer? And he said, no, Gaffer, because Chris Hughton's, like pretty cockney, isn't he? So he actually wrote it on a board and done like the letters.
Oh, really?
Gaffer.
Really? Wow. Seriously?
Swear to you.
Jesus
Give him the lesson in Gaffer.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
And obviously, like when you go abroad and that, it's like Mister.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a term of respect.
I love these Susie Dent
They're
definitions. They're awesome, aren't they?
Okay, so the next time you hear from us, the winner will have taken all. The loser will have been relegated, and the forfeit will have been decided. Might be the last Friday pod you'll hear for a little while. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I have.
Well, we'll see.
May the best man win.
Yeah, Chumba-one-bar.